Why am I nervous? I must have false started this video like 5 times. Why am I not ready? It's been years. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. No, it's fine for real. Oh, hey, so if you're subscribed to Colleen, aka Psycho Soprano, you may have seen her video the other day where she talks about an ex cheating on her, and it inspired me to tell my own story. And so naturally I asked on Twitter if this was a good idea. Actually, it was a poll. So at first I did this, and then, you know, story time 1, because I've never done story time video before. And then I asked which story should I tell, and the original story that I thought I was going to tell is the one that got the most votes. I move my head a lot when I talk. You guys say that, and then like now I'm self-conscious of it, so I'm just gonna talk like this. Hey guys, so now I'm gonna tell, no I can't. So anyway, my longest boyfriend that sounds. The guy I dated the longest before my current boyfriend, of course. How do I start this story? That's the question of the century. I mean, there are probably like a couple more questions that are like maybe almost as important, but let's be real. Oh my gosh, now I understand why most storytime videos start off so slow, because I honestly don't know where to start. Okay. I was just consuming the spirits so I can move on. So I'm not gonna say anyone's name, just so anyone, you know, I don't want the pieces. This is not a puzzle. Just pretend this is one of those puzzle with like all blank pieces, and then just like you don't want to put it together. You're like, no, that's too hard. I'm not gonna do that. That's what this is. Okay. So 4 of us, me, boyfriend, and girlfriend. Got it? So my boyfriend and I have been dating for about a year, and we went on vacation to Miami. So we shared a room, obviously me and my boyfriend in one bed, and then my boyfriend and my girlfriend in the other bed. And we're having like a grand old time. I'm pretty sure either we got there on a Tuesday or this happened on a Tuesday. Club was not going up. Club was going down. There was no club being had except for maybe the one I would have liked to hit. There were no deaths involved. Let's get that out of the way. This is not a Zola story. So we're in Miami. The second day we're there. We're chilling, taking a nap. I wake up. Something compelled me. I know that this is not something that you should do, but I don't know why. I woke up because I rolled over onto my boyfriend's phone, and I just opened it. I shouldn't have, or maybe I should have. I shouldn't have, because I would have liked to enjoy that vacation before we broke up. But anyway, oh my gosh, there's so much. Why am I telling this story? I'm shaking. Why am I shaking? Stop at me. I would never have guessed that I would be so worked up about this years old story. Honestly, I'm so glad that I have you guys to talk to, because I just feel your support through the screen. Let me continue. So I look at his phone, and I saw that one of the recent texts was from, oh my God, I almost said his name. My friend. Some backstory, me and my friend also worked together. So we had been friends since 7th grade, like BFFs. We hung out literally every day, every single day. It was one of those friendships where if you didn't see that person, it was weird. Like if you didn't see them for a day, it was weird. Like it felt like months. So went to middle school together, high school. This is past high school. We were working together at a customer service desk. See, I have to tell you this boring part because it kind of like sets it up. So anyway, there was a service desk, customer service desk, and there was a cashier, and they were on 2 opposite ends of the store. So we like flip-flopped a lot of the people who worked at both because it was just easy. Everyone was trained on the register and whatever. So I see this text on my boyfriend's phone from my friend that says, "Don't call me until later because Nick is working with me at the service desk." And my whole intestines fell out of my body. Up until that point, I had never felt my entire organ organ field. It sounds like forensic science. I had never felt my stomach drop, my heart, my everything dropped it so low. Maybe the club was going up on Tuesday. Inside my body! I don't need my liver to be popping its pussy. I'm not into that. Like, I didn't sign up for that, you know what I mean? And this is a text that was saved. I think it was from June 10th. Why do I remember that date? By the way, this was the end of June that we were in Miami together. So I think it was like the 22nd, 21st, something like that. And so this text was saved. You could do that at that point. You could save texts. So June 10th, it said that, and then there was another text that said, I love you. And that, I mean, I could have been in denial. I could have just said to myself, oh, well, they're great friends. So back to the scene. I'm the only person awake, and everyone else is sleeping because it was nap time. I blacked out. I don't remember 100%. I promise I do not remember what happened between that moment and the next thing I remember is everyone's awake. My boyfriend's in the bathroom, like checking his hair, whatever, in the mirror. And I have his phone and I show it to him and I'm like, what is this? And he just like the life has left his body, just completely nothing is inside. This is really hard, you guys. This is really hard. Why? Why is this so hard? I got over this so long ago. Okay, so I show it to him and he just says something like, let's talk on the balcony. So we go to the balcony. I must be crying at this point. I don't remember, but I must be crying. And the guy friend was in the room and I'm sure he figured out what was happening. Like, I'm sure of it. And the girl had no idea what was going on. So I'm sure she was very confused until after the fact. And I didn't tell her until after the trip because I didn't want to ruin her trip. And I tried to keep it together as best as I could. And so for the rest of the trip, I had to pretend like nothing was wrong. And like we would go out to eat and we would go out and like to the beach and do all these things together. And I slipped up a couple times. There was a point, there was like a show, maybe it was Anaconda. It was some movie where a girl was like, someone was drowning the girl and we were all sitting in the room and I was like, I wish I could do that to someone. I mean, I was in a place. You feel? So basically on the balcony, he told me that it was just a one-time thing and it's over, everything, like it's done. They talked about it. It's fine. So I'm like, okay. Somehow I ate that up. I was like, yeah, that you're right. I love you. That totally means that it was over. Yeah, in the past 2 weeks, it was just I love you and then just done. Why are we as people so dumb when we're going through it? Like, why are we so dumb? We gotta stop. So we get back from Miami. I am tore TF up. So July 1st was a significant day because one of my other best friends, Justine, JP Metz, moved to Philadelphia that day, which was about an hour and a half away from where I lived. And where she lived too. We lived in the same town, grew up together. Anyway, and so she was one of my biggest like support systems. And so it ended up being amazing because that allowed me to spend all of my days off in Philadelphia. And I became very well acquainted with Philly. It's one of my favorite cities. I usually had 3 days off in a row, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I would go there Monday night and stay until Thursday night or Friday morning if I didn't have work until later in the day. So it was actually a pretty cool thing. But at the time, I was super sad. Why? I was super sad about it. And so because that crap happened in Miami, I also had like a bad thing about Miami. That has since been fixed. I've been to Miami twice more and created more better memories. Not more better as in incorrect grammar, more memories that are better. Okay? More better memories, I'll say that. So before Justine moved to Philly, I remember driving to her house and I was pretty okay in the moment, and then my mom called me because I hadn't told her yet, and I guess she could tell that I've been acting strange. So she called me and she's like, "Where are you going?" And I said, "I'm going to Justine's." And she said, "Where's my boyfriend?" And I lost it. I couldn't stop crying. I told her everything that happened. She was super supportive because my mom has supported me for everything. I love my mom. And she basically told me that they were trash and that you know, I didn't deserve that to happen and all of this stuff, which, I mean, I knew, but I also couldn't shut off my feelings. Like, I lost two of the most important people in my life to each other. And so I went to Justine's, told her the whole thing, cried again. And then on the way home from Justine's, I called my friend Christina, and she couldn't even understand me because I was crying so hard. There was no sense was being made. So I'm just super grateful to have my family and friends that are so amazing. So what ended up happening was that my boyfriend told me that he lied in Miami, that it was over. Duh. But I was holding on to that like glimmer of hope because I was so in love with him, and like I thought everything was perfectly fine. And so it came as like a huge shock. Maybe subconsciously I noticed things between them that I kind of like hid away and I repressed and ignored. But to my conscious mind, I had no idea what that could have ever even happened. And one more thing. So when I was at work, my boyfriend would be over my house if he had stayed the night and wanted to stay like another night, but he would wait there. And my family, he was basically part of my family. My family loved him. They loved having him there. He was like a second son to them. And of course, he was a friend to all of my friends. It wasn't abnormal for him to stay at my house while I was at work, and then my friends would come over and my house and hang out with him, including my friend that I worked with that he cheated on me with. Oh, and he told me they just kissed. Okay. I ate it. I ate it up like cereal. I don't even eat cereal that often, but this is the motion that came naturally to me. Actually, I've been starting to eat cereal more. I digress. So it wasn't abnormal for my guy friend and my boyfriend to hang out at my house together without me. And my mom told me that there was one day that she called his name, or I think my boyfriend's name, and there was no answer, and the door was closed, so she figured they weren't in the house anymore. They left or something. They just couldn't hear her. No, they were having sex in my room. So just like a great time. Is basically what happens, and I loved it. But yeah, there's way more to the story, but this video is so long already. I'm sorry. Does this help anyone? Is this interesting? If it is, let me know. A good way to let me know is if you liked the video, because then I know you liked it. And perhaps in the future, I will tell the second part of the story, which involves orange juice. So at this point, it's over. We're broken up, and I lost 17 pounds in the 3 weeks that followed that trip. Not a diet I suggest. Also, don't advise losing 17 pounds in 3 weeks. Not healthy. But it happened, and that's it. It's not it, but that's it for today. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I want to tell the orange juice story is really, it paints me in a light. We'll say that. I went temporarily insane. I'm just gonna put that out there. But that's for another day. Please tell me your horrific stories in the comments so I can cry. Or tell me happy things. Tell me whatever you want in the comments below. Oh, there is one more thing. I gathered up all of his stuff that I had, and I put it in a box that I then put on my friend's grandparents' lawn. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for more videos. There are almost 400,000 of you lovely humans. And hey, maybe we can make it that number at some point. this year. Let's do that. Tie your friends down and force them to subscribe. Hack into your friends' YouTube accounts and subscribe for them. Okay, maybe don't do that. There are probably more ethical ways. So I trapezoid you because Hearts got too mainstream, and I will see you in a couple days with a new video. Pieces! Alright, so let's jump right into the trash this week. What the sweet Wisconsin. Like, I heard you guys had good cheese, but is the cheese really worth it?